Hey guys, Bog here from the Van Bros. We just opened our case and I've been playtesting Artisaria because she's sick. And this is the build I'm really comfortable with. I've been playtesting the deck a decent amount. And I think it does pretty well, and I think the deck can do well into the meta. And basically, here's my ratios and the reason why. So, obviously, the ride line. It's a standard ride line. I mean, you have to run these cards to search out the orders. Shout out to the SR. Shout out Jesus. And then the grade 3s. 3 Artisaria. Persona Ride is like really important in this deck because the deck just doesn't hit very big numbers without it. And then for the orders, I went 3-3 split. I think it's good. Some people, they run 7 orders, but I personally like the 3-3 split. I always seem to have like enough to get at least 4 throughout the game, which is kind of like, you know, that's kind of where you want to be at. So 3-3. Going on to the grade 2s, I run 4 of the Gun Cycler, 4 of the Rainbow Cycler. This is good because you have leftover energy sometimes because Artisaria only energy blasts 2. And this is really good early game if you're able to kind of loop this over and over again to keep getting, like, if every turn you can get a Persona ticket shield in your hand, or shield ticket rather, that's just a lot of, it just turns into 10k guard, you know, and it's a 15k beta, it turns into 10k guard. It's really good. And then 4 Valifer. She's really good because she soul charges and draws. The soul charge does come up a lot because this you want to keep soul blasting throughout the game, and your Yuika costs the soul blast obviously. And I find with Lufer, the Artisaria support version of this card, where it draws, it doesn't soul charge. That's why I like this card better. Yeah, the other one gives you plus 5k shield in hand, but I just feel like for the way the deck plays, this translates better. So I like this better. And I'm not playing the Frenchette because I noticed like late game, she kind of sucks to draw. And then if you don't draw her early game, really, like, it's not the end of the world. So that's why I'm not running the Frenchette. Sucks that I spent all that money, but yeah. On to the grade 1s. Obviously 4 PG, 4 Yuika. Obviously, Yuika is just really good to bounce. Like, early game, I try to bounce the Luciel and the Valifer with the Yuikas. Really good. And then I run the Olpi Rice. I am going to run this at 2. I just don't have the second copy yet. And I'll show you what to cut to fit in the second one of this. But he's really good.
Did you make this in Elementaria?
I actually don't like Elementaria because I run a decent amount of blitz orders, including the shield tickets, right? So I don't ever want to get clogged up in, oh, I'm not able to play a blitz order. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I prefer the 4 PGs this way. But, you know, if you really want to run it, if a lot of people, I guess, play stride decks or whatever, and there's not a lot of triple drive decks like that. So it's either way, honestly. And that's it. This should be 2. This is really good. It can, if you go like late into the game, this can fetch out your Persona Rise from drop or soul. So really good. And 20k shield is really good. But yeah, I would run this at 2. And then that's the grade 1s. Triggers. 4 heal, obviously. And then I run, sorry, this is going to be kind of sloppy. I don't have all the same crits. I run 8 crit. You run 8 crit, I think, because you just need the crit pressure, honestly. The quicker you can get them to like 4 or 5 damage. That's when the deck kind of starts to pop off, because it doesn't really hit big numbers, especially without Persona Ride. So being able to push them to more damage quicker is really good. And then I run 3 of the shield front to, just because 20k shield is really good. And then I run the blue OT. I was running the purple. I tried the purple OT and the red OT. Red OT is also really good because the restand 100 million is really good on the Shadow Army token. I prefer this because it's basically like I'm playing 9 crit, which is, you know, I want to push the crits really fast, basically. And I like the utility of being able to drop grab anything from the drop zone, like a PG or a Persona ride. Those are like the 2 big things I choose, really. And the red one just doesn't offer that. I tried the purple one. I think the purple one's also decent, but it doesn't really play well into the attack pattern of the deck. So I think this is probably the best option. That's it for my triggers. I tried running draws. I don't think they're bad. Obviously, hitting draws feels really good. But you're not really filtering the deck. And anytime you draw, it's like you want to draw high shield, not shitty-ass draw triggers. And then for the orders, I played Radiance Caliburn for my Regalis piece. This is just probably the best one. Draw 2 to help stabilize after like a, you know, if you're kind of weak in hand. Or this deck has no counter charge at all, so soul charge, counter charge, good. Everyone's running this. And then I play right now 3 of this, but I would cut 1 to run the second Olpi Rice. So I would do 2-2. And I really like this card because you're always going to be taking at least 1 damage every turn. So this card is mostly always live. And this is a 30k shield, basically, which I think is huge. I think this deck is really tanky in the way it can kind of draw a lot of shield. And this card only helps to prove that. So, yeah, 30k is just, that's kind of crazy. And, yeah, but I would definitely cut it for a second one of this because this is a little better utility. And, yeah, that's basically it. The deck is basically, you know, generic pile slop until it gets a little more dedicated support. Set 8, you probably cut the 4 Gun Cycler for the girl that she Energy Blast to create a Shadow Army token. But other than that, I think honestly I'd keep it the same. I think this is really good going into set 8. I think this is really good going into set 8. I don't see the grade 3s ratios changing. No, I really like the way I have the deck right now. I don't like the in-archetype Yuika, the one that goes into the soul to bounce one back to hand, just because I find late games, they're just not really worth calling. I don't know. That's just me personally. I just don't think those cards are very good. A lot of the Artisaria first wave support is kind of weak in my opinion, but I still think the deck is good. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys use this deck list because I'm kind of like that when it comes to deck building, so you're gonna win a lot if you use this.
That is true.
Yeah, except if you play against Mavsagra.
Okay.
If your best friend plays Mavsagra, just to accident.
Okay.
No, but actually, I think the deck does have a decent matchup for the buff. It's decent because the lock is really relevant.
And expect a game on the channel of Artisaria versus Mavsagra.
Yeah. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.